What's up guys, it's Lauren and this video is 5 things that you need to know as a beginner runner. Number 1 is run at your own pace. This also includes walking and knowing when to walk and when your body needs that rest during a long or during an accomplished run. Feel your body out and knowing exactly when you need to walk can aid in not only your cardiovascular, but like you're helping yourself out mentally. Giving yourself a little bit of a break during a run is a good thing. At least some people see it as bad, but I see it as a good thing, especially if you're a beginner runner. It is okay to walk. Even I walk, so hello, it's okay. Another thing about running at your own pace is that your pace will change not only from this year to next year or the year after that, but your pace is going to change depending on how you feel that day, how much you slept that night before, what you ate. Oh my God, has there been times where I eat the biggest meal, I go out and I'm like a slug. But like mornings where all I have is a banana or like toast and some peanut butter, I'm like off the walls racing race pace in the morning, just doing a long run. So going at your own pace and knowing that your pace will change is just something that every runner knows. We've all been through it. So especially as a bigger runner, it's okay that if you're faster some days and slower the other. It's 100% normal. Number 2, I talked about in my previous video, I will link it somewhere here or even down below. It is that you should find a good running athletic shoe that works for you. Now, it may take a couple of tries to figure out what shoe that specifically is. In that video, I went through all the shoes I've used since high school cross country, and over the years, I figured out what works for me and what didn't. So being able to find a shoe that works for you is going to help you and even excite you to go out to run. Being able to put on a brand new shoe or being able to put on a shoe and recognize your body that every time I put on the shoe, I'm going out for a run, I'm gonna go exercise, I'm gonna go for a walk, helps out a lot. If you're able to and a shop is near you, going to a running store and having them sit down with you and like fit your feet, check your arch, figure out what shoe is good for you, and maybe insoles is also good for you as well. But being able to do that is also going to help you in your running journey. It's going to cause less pain. You're going to enjoy your runs more often. So if you can, go get fitted for a shoe by a professional running store. My third thing that every beginner runner needs to know is that you are not alone. There are so many people around you that also run. There are Facebook groups of runners. There are local run shops that have running classes. They all run together, or they have walk to runs, which will help you get from walking to running if you don't have the cardiovascular strength already. So being able to know that there are other people around you that you can join groups with is super, super important, especially when you're running alone. It's not fun. So when you're running with groups, you can pace yourselves better, and you also have a really good group and a supportive community to be able to help you reach your running goals. I personally joined one of our local running shops run groups because my mom was already a part of it, so she invited me one day, and ever since then I've had a supportive group, a supportive community to help me reach my goals. I've ran 3 half marathons, and I'm also coming up on my first ever marathon in less than 10 days. So to be able to have that group of supportive people behind me, and they're there when you run, they're there on your races, it's super, super nice and super important to know as a beginner runner that there are people out there who want to support you, who want to see you reach your running goals, and are out there waiting for you. My 4th tip that all beginner runners need to know is that you need to get yourself excited for running. Not every day I wake up and I'm like, oh my gosh, I am so excited to run today. No, I think if I go run this 18 miles, if I go run this 5K, I'm gonna go get Starbucks afterwards. Being able to positively reinforce myself every time after a run just makes me excited more and more to run another race, go do a morning practice run, get up really early and run, knowing that when I finish my run, I go home, I'm gonna be having a sweet little treat, or I'm going to get myself Starbucks, just that kind of positive reinforcement to keep myself running day in day. Another big thing that I like to do to positively reinforce my running is buying myself new sports bras, shirts, shorts. So over the last 3 years, I have an abundance of biker shorts, Nike bras, but they have kept me running over the years because I'm thinking, oh my goodness, like I'm so excited to try these shorts on my next run. I wonder how they're gonna feel. I wonder how they're gonna look. Like I've never worn this color before. Let's see how it looks running. So it's definitely a positive reinforcement that can help any single beginner runner. Giving yourself a little bit of a treat, per se, like a dog, to go running helps you love running. Another big part about getting yourself excited for running, especially for me and when I'm training for half marathons or 10Ks, is writing out a plan for my run all the way up until the race day. So let's say I have like a 5-week out 10K, which is around 6 miles. I'm going to write out myself a schedule knowing I'm off on Tuesdays, I'm off on Thursdays. Those are the 2 days that I'm gonna be running. And let's see, I'm gonna go like first week, go a little bit light on my mileage, add on a little more the next week, writing down exactly how many miles I'm going to be running, and then also stealing some off the internet because it's really hard to write running plans, all right? And that's all right. You can find running plans anywhere. But writing it down in a calendar, being able that you can check off once you finish your run for that day, keeps you very excited to keep running and moving forward. And then my 5th thing that all beginner runners should know is that you need to track your mileage. Okay, so you can do this through your Apple Watch, you can do this through a free app, Samsung, Garmin, all the specialty stuff. You can do like a sports watch, or you can even do an app on your phone like Runkeeper. Being able to keep up with your mileage, the times that you ran, your pace that you ran, can all help you gather data on how you started as a beginner and moving into maybe a more competitive lifestyle and looking back to see, oh my gosh, I ran a 13 minute pace last year, but this year I'm running like a 10-minute, 9-minute pace. Like, look how far I've come. So number 5 thing that you should know as a beginner runner is track your stuff now. Give yourself goals, give yourself an outlook on what you want your running to look like, and being able to track those runs, those mileage, the time, the hours, the minutes that you put into running makes you feel accomplished. And it also gives you a set of data to look back on and see how far that you've come. And really, all you need as a beginner runner is a pair of gym shoes, some activewear, possibly some headphones, and a trail, sidewalk, street, or treadmill to run on. So that's really just it. That's all you need to be a runner. Everyone is a runner in a sense. It's just if you actively do it. And I say that you should just do it, because I love running. I know you'll love running. It helps you emotionally, my sleep, my eating habits, everything under the moon has kind of just like been centered by running, especially emotions. You can get a lot of emotions out while you're running. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you found it interesting, it helped you out, or you just like me as a person. Comment down below any questions you have about my running experience, or what things you would change if you guys are runners as well. What would you think are the top 5 tips for beginner runners? Because reminder, this is just all my opinion. This is the kind of stuff that I would want to tell myself 5 years ago when I began running. Anyway, I hope you guys have an amazing day, an amazing week, and an amazing run. Bye!